Welcome to Expert Views on ADR EVA, a podcast about simplifying the traditional African method of settling disputes or the appropriate dispute resolution ADR in a bid to attract more users to settle their disputes or conflicts with mediation, arbitration, collaborative law, restorative justice, negotiation, conciliation, and early neutral evaluation. My name is 𝐂𝐈𝐕𝐈𝐋𝐈𝐙𝐀𝐄𝐑𝐄𝐑𝐄𝐬𝐢 Doctoral Fellow at the University of Brighton, United Kingdom, and a Fellow of the American Bar Association section of Dispute Resolution. I am delighted to welcome Srdan Simac to Expert Views on ADR EVA video podcast show. He is a judge and chief of the court's mediation service and has been president of the Croatian Mediation Association since 2010. He is a member of CEDA Global Mediation Panel, a mediator, conciliator of the International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes in Washington, a member of the list of practitioners in international mediation and ADR of Vienna International Arbitral Center. He was the winner of the CEDA Award 2012 for ADR and Civil Justice Innovation and Croatian Mediation Association Award in 2013. Judge Šimac wears many hats, so I've left the links to his profile below. Oh, let me stop sharing now. Sorry, but I don't know if I'm... Oh my goodness, your name, I think I'll stick with John. I think I'll stick with John. Thank you so very much, Judge John, for coming on this show. I'm super excited and grateful for you to be here. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Okay, so without further ado, the first question is, what is appropriate, or like others call it, alternative dispute resolution?
What is the best way to call it? Yeah. First of all, we shouldn't call them alternative,
Yeah, okay.
Stop doing that because as I see a different kind of peaceful dispute resolutions, I see them as a first option, and courts should be alternative,
Yeah.
So the last option. So today it is so hard to explain people what is a peaceful dispute resolution, what is a mediation. So definitely they are not alternative. So they are primary way of solving disputes. Actually, it's not even primary, I mean mediation.
Yeah.
Mediation, the best time for mediation is when direct negotiation failed, So people always try to negotiate. They may be 50% of disputes, they negotiate. They make a settlement negotiation. But 50% of negotiation failed, Can you imagine that? And then they think it's the right time for arbitration or court. That's the right time for mediation because they need a help, some person in between.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you so very much. Yeah, of course, I've changed my slide before from alternative to appropriate, because one of the guests, Professor Kevin, actually pointed that out for me. But still, I needed you to talk about it because other people still call it alternative, and so I needed you to clarify that. Thank you so very much for doing that.
Effective, amicable, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Cheers. Thank you. So, how has ADR enhanced access to justice in Croatia?
We are still fighting for a resolution of disputes outside of the courts. Very soon we will have quite a new law, no more law on mediation, but law on peaceful dispute resolution.
Oh, peaceful.
We expect from that law a new wind in mediation sales, you know. So it is very rare, especially from the judge, to hear what I'm going to say right now.
Yeah.
I can start with the famous sentence: the law and the justice is not the same. Yeah. So people very rarely understand what courts and judges do. Everybody with disputes who couldn't solve their disputes amicably, peacefully, they think that the court will provide justice to them, you know. And it is almost impossible to provide justice if we provide justice just for the one side in dispute, you know. There is no almost there is no any case, any dispute, any conflict in which the one side is totally right and the other side is totally wrong. But judiciary, actually court setting, is something totally different. It's very often that we proclaim that one side is totally right and other is totally wrong. Actually, the one side is a winner and the other side is a loser. So whenever you have a process in which one side lose and the other side win, they are all losers. No? And even courts are very important part of our societies. Very often court and law is not appropriate tool for solving conflicts, you know. Law is amazing tool for solving legal problems, you know. And people with disputes, with conflicts, they actually don't ask that we solve their legal problems, you know. They don't even know what legal problem is. They have a life problem or business problem. And they ask, especially us lawyers, to help them solve their life and business problems. And what we are not aware still at the most of the time, lawyers, except of offering them solution for their life or business problem, we offer them a solution for legal problem. Legal problems do not exist in real life. No. We lawyers, we produce legal problems. How? People address us with a life problem, we translate it in a law language, and from that moment on, it is become a legal problem. And people are so unhappy because they will get a law and a legal solution for their life problem. And very rarely people are happy with the courts because of that. And nobody wants, or most of the time, nobody teaches them what is going to happen if they decide to go to the end of the court process. So if I tell you that you are right and the other side is wrong, actually, most of the time, it is not a justice. The idea is so to escape from trap of professionals. What does it mean, professional trap? Everybody live in professional trap, especially lawyers, you know. What do? We are trained, we learned, and we are experienced in offering our solution for other people's problem, you know. Can you imagine? I offer you my solution for your problem. You cannot be happy with my solution because it's mine, but it is your life, it is your conflict. You are the only expert for your life problem. All information is on your side, and you know the best, what is the best solution for you. So instead of offering my solution for your problem, the idea is, and mediation is based on it, that I'm offering you help to find your own solution for your own problem. Because with your own problem solution, you will be really satisfied, happy, and you will find it just, when you find own solution with the other side in conflict, both sides feel it is just because they created their solution, which they can live on. So the idea is not to use law to solve conflicts. Why? Because conflict is not a legal problem. Conflict is a problem in communication, problem in relation, crisis in communication, and the law is not appropriate tool for helping solve a problem in communication. And because of that, there is, I believe, the best tool for conflict resolution mediation.
Oh, thank you so very much, Judge Simac. I have, written down several quotes.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, I'm really, really super grateful that you said particularly legal problems do not exist in real life.
Yes, it is.
So essentially, it depends on the way we see the way, the lens view we view things, we see things, and then that's how we translate it to our clients, or so that's a real, and that's an eye opener, on ways of dealing with conflict instead of advising, okay, go and litigate. You could, as lawyers or mediators, we could always view it as what did you call it? A problem in communication, and that has to be settled via mediation. Thank you so very much for highlighting that on the show. I'm so grateful. So is there any measurable difference or impact on the cost and time frame for settling disputes under ADR compared to litigation?
Of course, in Croatia Mediation Association, we help people solve their conflicts in mediation in 80% of time, So 80% of mediation, they reach a settlement. Okay. On the other side, from 50 to 90% of time, we have a settlement within one single day. One single meeting. Can you imagine? Wow. But it lasts in average 4 or 5 hours, So the secret ingredient of mediation is time. So, and solve a lot of problems if you save a time for solving your problems, not waiting that this problem will solve by itself or by us lawyers without you, Yeah. We can help you, but if we do it without you or instead of you, it's not the way you will be happy. Okay. So mediation, solving, saving amazing time of money, time, peace from inside. Yeah. Keep it from illness, even from illness, because, staying in a long conflict is a kind of sick situation, no?
Yeah.
And people are not aware about it, how it can interfere with their healthy. And when we are in conflict, we are actually not capable to think rationally, you know. So we feel attacked.
Mhm.
We feel we have enemies.
Yes.
We feel we have to win or to defeat, and we are going to the end to reach that goal.
Yeah.
But there is no war. Most of the wars, there is no war from which you can go out from it in a better shape than you started or begin the war, you know? Even winners suffer a lot in the war. So I always, it's kind of funny, but I always beg people, please do not start with the war, because the war ends with the peace. So please start with the peace, you know, and you will always have a time for war. War is even litigation, you know.
Yeah.
It is legal war. Yeah.
Yeah.
So mediation and similar processes are factors of saving money, time, etc.
Oh, thank you
And
so very much. Thank you for the insights on that subject matter. So, are employees or workers aware of ADR options regarding disputes or conflict that might arise in the workplace in Croatia?
yes,
Oh,
so
okay.
this area
Interesting.
is amazingly important part of dispute resolution, you know.
Okay.
Most of the companies, most of the owners, most of their employees don't even think about conflicts until they arise, you know. Most of the business politics in every company in the world doesn't have a plan, rules, what to do when conflict started to happen. So how they deal with the conflicts in a workplace? Mostly in two wrong ways. One is to ignore it. So it's a famous quote or sentence.
Yeah.
See the elephant in the room, but everybody pretend that it is not there, or he is not there.
It's true. It's true.
And they expect that conflict will disappear, that somehow it will be solved, but it will never be solved. It's just become bigger, you know?
Yeah.
And the second wrong approach is to eliminate the conflict. What does it mean? You have a person who is very often in conflict with someone. It is disturbing. It is a problem for the work. And what do? Transfer the person to the other department or fire the person.
Okay.
It's not the solution to fire the person, you know.
Yeah.
The solution is to deal with the conflict. And as soon as possible, you know, modern companies have conflict management systems, you know. They know in advance when, how, and who is going to deal with conflicts when they arise in a very early stage, you know. Because I used to say that today, more successful are not stronger or bigger, but faster. And according the way and speed of solving conflicts within the company, it's very depends your success on it, you know. Okay. If you ignore your conflicts, your company will suffer a lot, you know. And I believe, and I go pretty often in companies helping them solve their conflicts, or at workplace, or I educate them. And I found pure hunger for a knowledge of how to communicate well and how to deal with the conflicts to not become destructive, you know. Every conflict actually is positive, you know. Only what is not positive could be our reaction of conflict, you know? Because people usually feel about conflict negatively. They fear of conflicts. They avoid conflicts. They send conflicts to the legal department or to attorney or to the judge just to not deal with them, you know. But the conflict is so, you know, a gentle, a fragile creature, which needs a care, which need a kindness, which need response. And when you see me that I am in a conflict, that I raise a voice, that I am red in my face, that I use wrong words, it means that something happened what hurt my desires, interest, myself, or that I'm trying to warn everybody that something is wrong, you know. Something need to be changed, you know. And in organization, in team, in business politic of the company. So conflicts are not defects, you know. They are signals that something is out of order. And we should immediately respond on them and to see what is behind that behavior, which looks like difficult, you know, or problematic. Probably you heard a lot of times there are few problematic or difficult employees within the company, but they are not problematic or difficult. They are people with difficulties or problems, like all we are from time to time. And it is a real special skill how to react properly, on time, how to talk, and so on. So I believe that this kind of knowledge is very important for every company.
No, thank you so very much. I like what you said about conflict is fragile. You know, it's a fragile creature. Oh my goodness. That's gonna be my go word from now. All right, thank you so very much. Well, I wanted to ask about, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how many people know about workplace conflict that they can use ADR to settle their disputes or conflict in in the organization, in their organization?
You know, now I am in mediation probably 20 years.
Yes.
When I started with that, I was totally strange person. I was some alien from Mars. Black sheep, especially among my colleagues, lawyers. Today, things are changed a lot. And I believe that many people heard about mediation, heard about communication and conflict management skills. And there are more and more demands for education about it. And more of them know about mediation, but still it is quite a new thing. And they hesitate to use something what they don't know enough, you know. So I realized the best promoters of mediation are those who experienced quality mediation
Hmm.
and who worked with quality mediator. Yeah? So that is something what you and me know, but it is very hard to accept mediation just from talking or listening me.
Yeah.
It's something you need to experience, you know. And mediation is something really amazing, you know, because in mediation, you as one side of the conflict and the other side, you are the most important person at that moment in the world. Your conflict is the most important thing for me. My time is your time. I'm here not to decide about your problem. I'm here to help you find your own solution.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is with a huge respect for the people. You know, from the beginning, they nominate mediator. From the end, amazing sum of humanity is imported in conflict, you know.
Yes. Yes.
Because I always say to the people, whenever you see someone who you think it's totally different, who you don't like, who is not sympathetic,
Yes.
just remember yourself.
Hmm.
You are going to have always in front of you equal, totally equal human being who is unique and totally different from you, but always the same equal human.
Yeah.
And remind yourself about that, no matter who is in front of you.
Oh.
Your thoughts about want to fight is calming down.
Oh, thank you so very much. I think we're running out of time, so let me get to the this question about to what extent today are they aware that they can settle discrimination, bullying, harassment in the workplace? Are they aware they can do that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Okay.
We have even associations for
Oh, okay.
protecting.
Okay.
They do just that.
Oh, okay.
But fortunately, among them, there are very clever people, you know. So all kinds of trends in law or legal protection are coming from whom? From lawyers. So we create a bullying, harassment, and everything else.
Yeah.
And we give the name of inappropriate behavior. Then we offer a legal solution for protecting you from that. And what happens? There are a lot of misuse of that, you know. Today, of course, there are some harassment, bullying, but in a much less percentage than we can expect.
Yeah.
But there are much more legal suits because lawyers try or want to create from any kind of behavior harassment or bullying, you know. And it is today even a way of ruin the person's reputation, you know. So we need to be very sensitive and caring about what is harassment or bullying and what is not. And again, I believe for bullying and harassment, the law is not a solution. The law is just a punishment, you know?
Yeah.
There is no punishment with which you can achieve a solution. You have just punishment. But we need to work with these people, to talk, to make them possible, to tell their stories, to explain, to hear each other, to listen to each other, and to make possible to apologize, to become aware of their behavior, to forgive, and everything else. And only if this cannot achieve a result, we can start to think about legal solutions, but not before, because legal solution is not usually solution for anything.
Thank you so very much. So final question, because we've got only 6 minutes left, is
Okay.
Oh, okay. So what is the way forward for the mass advocacy or awareness of utilizing ADR in settling conflicts or disputes?
Yes, it's a $1 million question.
Oh,
You know, when I started to talk about mediation as mediation evangelist, how people call us, I was and I always enthusiastic, you know.
Yeah.
So you see from my face that I believe it.
Yeah, you're quite passionate about it. Yeah.
I'm passionate about it. So they told me at the beginning, Srdan, we like what you have told us, but you know, you are so enthusiastic about that, and we feel that everything what we do is wrong because of the way you are sending us a message of mediation.
Yeah.
So today I'm quite different in that. So I'm telling, especially lawyers, you do something very important. We count on you.
Yes.
The law is very important part of our societies, and you have a very important role in societies as lawyers. We need you. But what we don't need, we don't need a traditional way of solving conflicts.
Yeah.
We don't need aggressiveness. We don't need unpolite behavior. We don't need a distance. We don't need someone who thinks or feels it's above us. We don't need a legal problem for a life problem. So we need someone who is going to be ready to help us, to listen us, and that we can get a possibility to tell what is really important for me as the only owner of the conflict, but not what is legally important or relevant for you, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
The law is a huge problem with conflicts at courts because they take care only of legally relevant. But everything what is legally relevant for me as a person is not at all relevant for my life.
Yeah.
Please allow me to become the most important person in my conflict, in my dispute. See me, recognize me, respect me, give me the possibility to have a voice of telling everything what I think it is important for my life, because I'm the only expert for my life, nobody else. And please help me, do not make my problem bigger. And because of that, lawyers are in a great position to add to knowledge what they know the best law. Now it is a time to add new knowledge, new skills, people skills, you know, communication, management, negotiation, mediation advocacy. And they are at best spot to do that. Otherwise, they will miss the train who is starting to go from the station.
Oh, thank you so very much. This is a masterclass, Srdan. I can't even which of the quotes am I gonna use? A conflict is a problem, because lack of communication
Exactly.
communication, and then you can't treat legal problems do not exist in real life. So, thank you so very much for saying all this and on this show. I truly appreciate you, your insights, your perspectives, and overall the teaching and learning you shared with us today. It can't be bought, honestly. I truly appreciate it. And of course, I believe that potential users would embrace all the benefits of using ADR or mediation to settle their disputes. They would embrace all you've stated, outlined hearing, and then opt for mediation or ADR whenever the need arises. Thank you so very much for coming on this show.
Mediation time has come.
Yeah. 100%. I totally agree with you. All right, bye. Do have a lovely day. Cheers. Bye.